This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Eric Morton of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure that you never miss the latest from Disney theme parks around the world. Here now is the news for February 10th, 2025. You may notice I'm not in our studio. I'm traveling today. I'm in Kansas City. Tom is at Disneyland. We'll both be back tomorrow. Until then, we're going to have to make do with this setup. So forgive me for today, but hopefully all the news comes through nice and clear and you can understand everything that we're doing. And we'll be back to normal again later this week. Well, after their Super Bowl win, Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles is going to Disney World. Pardon me, you can tell I'm reading a script. The Philadelphia Eagles defeated the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday, marking their second Super Bowl victory. Hurts was named Most Valuable Player and appeared in the famous I'm Going to Disney World commercial that aired immediately following the big game. He will participate in a celebratory parade at Magic Kingdom today. It's in about an hour, so he will probably have already participated in the parade by the time this gets edited and sent out to you. Congratulations to the Eagles. Stitch is on the loose at Caesars Superdome. Before the Super Bowl got started yesterday, an ad for the new live-action Lilo and Stitch film saw the titular alien running on the field. It's kind of funny. Lilo and Stitch is a reimagining of the 2002 animated film with Chris Sanders returning as the voice of Stitch. The live-action film's commercials have paid homage to the original film's ad campaign featuring Stitch crashing other Disney films, and now even the Super Bowl. The Wall Street Journal has published an article which examines the fear that Disney vacations are now outpriced for many families due to rising costs, which is an issue, of course, that some in the company are very concerned about. According to Wall Street Journal, Disney said that its theme parks are within financial reach for middle-class families, that it offers a range of price offerings for different products as well as year-round promotions to keep it that way. However, taking into account the various costs outside of a vacation package, total amount needed to pay for a Disney vacation is reaching the limit that many middle-class families can afford. For the article, a 2024 vacation package for a family consisting of 2 adults and 2 children averaged about $4,266, this being for a 4-day visit, staying at a value resort at Walt Disney World. Guests must also consider food costs, and when free dining is not an option anyway, as well as skip-the-line services. Don't buy the skip-the-line services. You're getting ripped off. Disney World and Disneyland offer paid skip-the-line services that add to the overall cost, of course, of the vacation. Prior to the COVID closures, such services were free to guests. I don't know if you guys remember that. Fast Pass used to be free. And although Disney transportation is free, guests who wish to drive their own cars to the parks must also, sometimes pay a $30 per day parking fee, depending on what's included in your stay. Of course, stay off property like me, you're going to be paying for parking. One of Disney's goals is to retain repeat guests. They're striving to improve intent to return results on surveys being sent out to those visiting theme parks. However, in late 2023, the number of guests planning return trips have begun to decrease sharply. Wall Street Journal reports that by the summer of 2024, Disney began warning investors that attendance was softening, a trend consistent across the theme park industry at large, not just Disney, by the way. Even with the decrease in return visits, the amount spent on tickets, food, and merchandise has increased over the past 2 fiscal years as a direct result of price increases. To combat this, Disney has released many offers, including hotel promotions, ticket offers, and free dining plan offerings. Some inside Disney, including those who have worked on pricing, are concerned that the company has become addicted to price hikes. Stop me if you heard that one before. And is no longer a feasible vacation destination for middle-class families. Those with this belief stated that there are internal discussions over whether Disney parks may be losing their grip on the hearts and wallets of families with young kids. Others, however, believe the company has tried to hold pricing steady. CFO Hugh Johnston stated that most of the price increases were concentrated among premium packages or during high-demand dates, though he agrees that the company has to be smart about pricing. Josh Damari is the chairman of Parks, Resorts, and Experiences, is quoted as saying, "The number one thing we hear from the millions of guests who visit our parks each year is how much a Disney vacation means to them, and we intentionally offer a wide variety of ticket, hotel, and dining options to welcome as many families as possible, whatever their budget." Continuing, we also know that in inflationary times, it's especially important to give families ways to save on their visit. Part of the article published by the Wall Street Journal also shed some light on the happenings shortly before and after Bob Iger returned to the CEO position back in 2022. This included the statement from Disney that said only about a third of resort guests were taking advantage of the Disney Magical Express offering prior to its ceased operations. Prior to Iger's return, former CEO Bob Chapek set out to capitalize on parks demand and eliminated free perks such as Magical Express, former compliment. It used to be a complimentary bus transportation if you're staying in a Disney hotel from the Orlando International Airport, if you didn't know. Also, there was the Fast Pass system, which used to be free. After analysts and critics called for the removal of Chapek as CEO, Iger came back, returned to the position, and he called for a meeting at Disney's headquarters to sort of discuss a list of things with Josh tomorrow that the company could do to bring guests back, get some goodwill back from the guests. According to Wall Street Journal, Iger was chiefly concerned that a company once known for magical family vacations was earning this sort of reputation for price gouging. Ideas included offering discounted parking, more lower-priced off-season days, or freezing price hikes. However, all of those options came with the risk of losing hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. Instead, free overnight parking at Walt Disney World Resort hotels and off-peak ticket promotions were brought back, along with the eventual re-addition of dining plan offers and various resort discounts throughout the years. I'm sure many of you know. By the way, if you want to make a Disney vacation, you want to schedule something, you can go to our partners. This program is brought to you by Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head to www.nt.travel, and their team will help design your next magical vacation from Disney World and Disneyland, to Disney Cruise Line, of course, to Adventures by Disney and more. They are also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. That is a great way to experience the park. And if you're buying the premium version of Lightning Lane, it might be cheaper to get a VIP tour depending on how many people you're looking for. The best part, their concierge services are 100% free. A little testimonial. Our friend Eric Kincaid, he sent this in. He said, "Thank you very much, WWNT, for recommending Be Our Guest Vacations. While I have traveled to Walt Disney World 40 plus times over my life and knew nothing about Disney Cruise Line prior to contacting Be Our Guest, Jamie from Be Our Guest Vacations has been absolutely amazing with every aspect, getting to know me and my personal likes before putting together my first and prior to going on my first DCL cruise. My second DCL cruise also, I've sent Jamie multiple emails with tons of questions. She's responded to all my emails, answering all my questions quickly. It's blown my mind. I'm planning on going through Be Our Guest Vacations for all my future global Disney travel. People at Be Our Guest are amazing. They are great." I will say, I know Eric Kincaid. He's one of our WIGS members. I've met him, and he's very excited, very happy with the service he received from them. He has booked cruises now on the Treasure and the Destiny. So if you're one of those people that wants to find out about the Destiny, yes, I know the Destiny hasn't come out yet, but it's actually a really good time to get a jump on that so Be Our Guest can start planning your vacation with them. All right, check them out. Help us out. Crew members present at the ongoing refurbishment of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad in Magic Kingdom were smiling and waving at guests voyaging on the Liberty Square riverboat as it passed the new construction. In today's Big Thunder Mountain update, crews appear to be hard at work on the structural supports of the mountain near its base. Two members of the crew, the men wearing blue shirts, boots, and white hard hats, took the time to smile and wave at guests sailing by on the riverboat. The smiling crew member is holding onto a pole which is protruding from below ground, while surrounding scaffolding, plywood, buckets, and additional safety equipment is kind of scattered about there. Here, three crew members are peering into the hole in the plywood. Along with the scaffolding and plywood, it appears some dirt work is required in the structural maintenance of the ride's exterior facade. Several crew members were taking a water break while sitting on metal walkways below the scaffolding and construction equipment used to work on the track buildings. No change had occurred inside this particular cave. Plywood still sits over the holes to protect crew members from, tripping or falling into them. This cavern is where we saw the first new piece of track being lowered into place by a crane during our previous construction update. Pieces of track are still being held in place by cables at the mouth of the cave. Some pieces of track have already been installed and secured, as seen in other snapshots we have. New track is shiny but dark brown to kind of blend in with the browns and tans of the surrounding rock structures, while parts of the track have been replaced. Most of the line is still covered with metal and wood while awaiting the new pieces of track to be installed. Sadly, today's update did not involve any news about the flying dumpster, but the cranes are still present backstage. If you've been to Magic Kingdom, you've seen them. We're very excited for this. I know we do a lot of construction updates on this, but it's kind of a big deal for a lot of people. All right, merchandise. We know you like merchandise. A new Minnie Loungefly backpack and wallet have arrived just in time for Valentine's Day, which of course is this Friday. So if you haven't done your shopping, you got a few days. Get out there and do it. We first discovered these items at the Emporium in Magic Kingdom. The Valentine Mini Loungefly backpack retails for $100. The mini backpack is covered with sequins, and they create a sort of all-over design of white Mickeys on a red background. The front zipper pouch is covered in the same design and features a shimmering silver fabric stitched around the zipper. A shimmering silver faux leather bow sits at the top of the backpack with with a red Disney Parks Loungefly plaque beneath it. The sides of the backpack contain sequin pockets and are accented with the shimmering silver fabric at the top. The main zipper section of the bag is lined with silver fabric, just as the front zipper pouch. Sequin Minnie ears are attached to the sides of the bag near the top. The interior is lined with an all-over fabric displaying a design of Minnie, her signature polka dot bow, and red dots on a gray background. The back of the backpack is faux leather, as are the straps and carry handle at the top. The bottom of the bag is a faux shimmering silver leather. There's also a matching Minnie Valentine Loungefly wallet if you're interested. That one sells for $40. It has the same sequin exterior as the backpack, creating an all-over pattern of Mickeys on a red background. Also has Minnie ears and a shimmering silver faux leather bow. Back of the wallet has a red Disney Parks Loungefly plaque. The interior wallet has an accordion-style design with multiple pockets for organization. The all-over pattern is the same as the backpack, featuring Mickey, her polka dot bow, and those red dots. Well, crews have installed more wall panelings. Facade work continues on the new Disney Vacation Club member lounge at Magic Kingdom. The former Frontierland Shooting Arcade has been enclosed by brown walls. A bay juts out just slightly from the building there with 3 black frame windows. White sheathing covers trim around the windows. Crew members worked on the right side of the facade, where previously there was an exposed yellow sheathing. There's now wall paneling in what appears to be another window. The window is covered in a plastic sheet. There's a green rail on the shelf below the window. Some of the facade has not been completed on the far right. The wall crew members were mainly working on appeared to be textured or made of rock. A large knack toolbox sits out in front of the building behind the construction walls. Opening day attraction Frontierland Shooting Arcade closed permanently back in June of 2024 to make space for the new lounge. It'll be called Disney Vacation Club McKim's Mile House, a member lounge. It's named after Disney legend Sam McKim, who created inspirational sketches for Disneyland, including Slewfoot Sue's Golden Horseshoe Review and Frontierland. Disney described the lounge as a cozy and convenient retreat for members to share stories and recharge during the day of fun. They recently filed a permit for the installation of signage at the lounge as well. The permit is to install signage at 4859 Caribbean Way, number C. That is basically the Frontierland Shooting Arcade. It's its address. You can look it up. The Jafar parking lot at the Transportation Ticket Center, Walt Disney World, is currently closed for resurfacing and repainting. Jafar lot is on the villain side of TTC parking. It's one of the closest to TTC. Part of the road leading to the lot has been resurfaced with fresh asphalt. Traffic cones block entry into the Jafar lot, which has been closed for at least 4 days. In that time, crews have completely resurfaced the lot. It's yet to be repainted, so there are currently no parking spots or aisle numbers on the ground. So I guess picture some of the other parking lots at Disney World right now, where you can't see what the row number is or see the lines for your parking spot. The project comes at a relatively slow time for Walt Disney World. The TTC serves as the parking lot location, of course, for the Magic Kingdom. After the former resident manatees moved out, the manatee tanks in the seas at EPCOT have 4 new short-term guests, with 2 currently visible to guests. The manatee tank is viewable on the 1st and 2nd floors of Sea Base Aquarium. Information about the manatees is on a chalkboard in the 2nd level viewing area. Of course, we all miss, little Joe and Lou. We'll see how these new ones stack up. Cast members will also happily share more information about the animals. There are signs with information about how to help the vulnerable species. Cider and Mino are the 2 manatees in a viewing tank, while 2 male manatees are in a back tank. They're not yet visible for guests. They're still a little shy, I guess. Cider was the first to arrive, was by herself for a day or so before Disney brought in Mino. Cider was orphaned in 2023 and adopted by another mom manatee with her own calf, who may have been nursing both of them. Cider is 750 pounds and 3 to 4 years old. She has an abscess currently being watched, but she's at a good weight to be released back into wild, hopefully soon. Mino was orphaned in June of 2022 at 470, just a little tiny thing, 470 pounds. He needs to gain weight before he can be released. He's approximately 2.5 years old. Mino has an M painted on his back in animal-safe material. Cider has a stripe to help identify the animals. Mino also has a mark on his tail, but it's already fading. Thursday was Cider and Mino's first day in this tank. They were wary of coming out into the viewing area, though. Cast members fed them lettuce in the back tank, and we could see them chomping away through the window. The manatees kept peeking through the window. Cider, in particular, seemed interested in the viewing tank. After a few minutes of peering through the window, Cider finally came through and swam a lap for us. She was only out for a moment before rushing back through the window. The sea's former manatees, Little Joe, Inigo, obviously before that, Lou, or after that, I guess, Lou, they were removed in January, successfully relocated to the Gulf Area Marine Adventure Park. Little Joe had lived at Epcot for several years, but Inigo had only moved to the park in September. Soon after, Lou moved out to a manatee rehabilitation center as well. 3 dolphins were also relocated. I don't know if you remember that, to the Gulf Area Marine Adventure Park. Changes were recommended by Manatee. By the way, this is a recommended way. The Manatee Rehabilitation Partnership and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services recommend this. SEAS has shifted. It used to be a long-term place for manatees. Now it's better. They're more suited to be a short-term rehabilitation facility before they can move into the longer-term home. You can see Cider and Mino in action in a video, of course, on our website. China's Swan Mei Tang, or sugar plum tea beverage, is now missing from all soda fountains in Epcot's Club Cool experience. All dispensers previously labeled as sour plum tea now read, please try another flavor. That would have been my recommendation even when it was there, but that's just me. The drink was described as a traditional Chinese beverage that has existed for over 1,000 years with a savory, sweet, and tart flavor that is considered by many to be the ultimate thirst quencher on a hot day. No word on whether this is a permanent removal or maybe the drink will return. This has happened before. I think Beverly even disappeared for a while. At one point, a couple of years ago, like almost everything was gone and it all came back. So who knows on that one. Recently, Club Cool made a switch from branded paper cups to clear plastic cups for their flavors around the world taste testing experience. The current Club Cool location next to Creation Shop opened back in 2021. White paper cups branded with the red Coca-Cola logo were previously available at soda machines. New cups are same size and shape, just red logo on 2 sides, but made of clear plastic instead of paper. Club Cool also sells a variety of Coca-Cola merch, including clothing, bottles, and other items. Well, Disney animator Jason Peltz will be at Epcot at the Pin Kiosk near Creation Shop tomorrow. That's February 11th. Tomorrow, they'll have brand new limited edition pins available to celebrate Walt Disney World's 25th anniversary of pin trading. He'll also be signing your purchases. Peltz has served as an animator for the Walt Disney World animation team. Some of his credits also include The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Hercules, The Emperor's New Groove, Lilo and Stitch, Brother Bear, and The Princess and the Frog, working on iconic characters such as Mushu, Jumba, and Coda. He has also worked on designs for pins, action figures, and snow globes. Currently, he works as an associate product design manager on the Pin Trading Center of Excellence team. In a post on his Instagram page, Peltz announced that he would be signing at Epcot this week's set times, 11 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Peltz will have new limited edition pins available for purchase at the kiosk as well. These pins celebrate the 25th anniversary again of pin trading at the Walt Disney World Resort. 4 of the pins feature drawing tables with images of characters being drawn to life. The prints are simple renderings at the bottom, but the best of the characters are full color, look to be coming out of the page. Mushu, Simba, Cusco, and Hercules are the characters represented on these limited edition. They're LE 5000 pins for you pin traders out there. They'll run you $24.99. The drawing table pins are Stitch, Pleakley, and Jumba Jumbo pin, a limited edition 750, and Mickey Mouse box set pin, limited edition 4000. The Stitch pin features Jumba and Pleakley running after Stitch, and a frame denoting the 25th anniversary of pin trading will cost $59.99. The Mickey Mouse box set features 4 different iterations of the beloved mouse, starting with Steamboat Willie, then moving to Conductor Mickey, Sorcerer Mickey, and then classic Mickey Mouse. The versions of Mickey appear to be walking down a film strip. The Mickey box set pin will cost $69.99. Disney has released many other pins with new backer cards too, and even a t-shirt denoting the 25th anniversary. Pin trading began at Walt Disney World as part of the Millennium Celebration. Initially, it was confined to Epcot. Pin trading then quickly spread throughout all the Disney parks, eventually to Disney outposts like Disney Alani, Disney's Hilton Head Resort, and Disney Cruise Line. Today, tens of thousands collect and trade Disney pins. While not previously announced by Disney, Peltz is visiting during Epcot International Festival of the Arts, where he also has some 3D prints available for purchase. As we traveled in the monorail past the area the playground is being constructed, we noticed more playground equipment had been set up. The cozy dome climbing structure we saw during our last visit has been moved more to the center of the area. Additional structures have been installed that appear wooden and highlighted with blue accents that match the dome. The new playground equipment installed has ropes that hang from them and appear to be attached to a platform at the bottom that's secured to the ground. A bench appears to have also been installed near the new structure. Crew members were present on site, actively working, setting up the playground. On the left side of the playground near the scrim, the picnic benches and tables remain. Pallet stacks are also visible. This sort of flex space is typically accessible to guests to use as extra shaded seating when they can they can relax, eating maybe festival food and items from nearby booths. With the upcoming 2025 EPCOT International Flower and Garden Festival, it's likely this playground is being constructed prior to the debut. Previous years, EPCOT has set up other playgrounds for younger guests. Last year saw the Camp Get Out and Play Garden presented by Off for the 2024 EPCOT International Flower and Garden Festival. The playground featured jungle gym along with other activities. The temporary seating, which had been set up along the path from Toy Story Land to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, has been removed as construction on a new covered seating area enters its 50th year. I don't know. This has been going on for a long time over there by Woody's Lunchbox. The seating area at Woody's Lunchbox was unexpectedly demolished in September of 2024. Limited temporary seating been located just outside the planter walls on a pathway between Toy Story Land and Galaxy's Edge. The former is now missing, and the pathway is now free of guests munching on tachos and grilled cheese sandwiches, I guess. Woody's Lunchbox has remained operational during the construction, so the temporary seating located just outside the planter walls, which separate the work from guest areas, is obviously necessary. One of the main complaints about Toy Story Land has been the lack of shade. As you know, we've talked about it quite extensively on this channel. Lack of shade, lack of seating, especially in the area of Woody's Lunchbox. Until Roundup Rodeo Barbecue opened back in 2023, Woody's Lunchbox was the only dining venue in the land, had no covered seating at all. While the refurbishment was unannounced, the final details have not been shared. It appears that Disney is continuing a project began back in January 2022 when an awning had been installed over a small section towards the back of the outdoor counter service restaurant. The shade structure is still present, although behind planters now. Additional poles have been erected as Disney potentially adds additional shade or new lighting. The poles are wrapped in blue and red tape and have exposed wiring coming out of the top and side. 2 new poles have been added to the construction area. Area was first demolished to nothing, had a dirt patch, but has seen some seating reopen atop new pavement in the past. All right, everybody's favorite tiger. Let's talk about Bakso. Bakso is a Sumatran tiger cub who debuted at Maharaja Jungle Trek at Disney's Animal Kingdom just last week. Bakso was born back in September of 2024, but spent several months backstage bonding with his mother, Sony, before debuting in the park. To keep guests updated on Bakso's progress, Disney uploaded 9 live stream videos called Tiger Tuesdays TV. Bakso is the first baby tiger born in Disney's Animal Kingdom in 7 years. So his debut caused a lot of excitement. Look, if you have TikTok, if you have Instagram, you've seen Bakso running around, pouncing on his mom, all this kind of stuff. Now that word of the new tiger has gotten out, many more guests than normal are coming to visit the Maharaja Jungle Trek. When we visited Disney's Animal Kingdom early in the morning last week, guests were waiting to enter and started lining up outside. The Maharaja Jungle Trek opens at 9 a.m. each morning. Even if guests use early entry to get into the new park sooner, you can't get in there. Once the trail reaches capacity, cast members then make guests wait behind stanchion rope until number of people can already, number of people leave, kind of a one in, one out type of thing. As a result of the increased demand, guests are forming in line outside the trek and down the guest walkway near the entrance to Cali River Rapids. Since Cali closed in January for extended winter refurbishment, the path is really often uncrowded, but guests will wait along the right side of the path across from the restrooms located behind Cali River Rapids entrance. Cast members stationed outside to watch the line allow more guests into the trek after waiting. We returned later in the afternoon that same day to check on the line. It had grown substantially. The end of the queue was now near the regular entrance to Cali River Rapids, which has signs covered during, of course, the refurbishment. Cast members estimated the line was running at about 50 minutes, about a 50-minute wait from the time you joined the end of the line until you entered the trek area. That's not where Bakso is. The guests stand on the right side of the path that overlooks the Gibbon Monkey exhibit. As a note, cast members also reminded guests waiting in line that spotting Bakso is not guaranteed. So you can wait in line for a long time. Maybe he's going in for a nappy. Maybe he goes backstage because he wants to get out of the sun. I don't know. But just because you stand in line doesn't mean you're going to be guaranteed a chance to see him. He may be brought backstage at any time based on his condition. Cast members never force the animals into areas where they can be easily seen by guests. So, if Bakso wants to see you, go wait in line. He sure is cute. The South Florida Water Management District, we called it Swift Mud when I was growing up, but that was the Southwest Florida Water Management District, but it kind of had the same abbreviation. I don't know. It's approved Disney's permit for the new Tropical Americas land at Disney's Animal Kingdom. As of February 6th, the permit is listed as active on their database, which has an expiration date of February 6th, 2030. The permit, which dubs the work Project Row, covers infrastructure modifications to support the retheming of the former Dino Land USA, as well as details regarding stormwater management and other environmental impacts. After Disney filed the permit last fall, they were asked for more additional information. Disney updated the permit accordingly. Disney recently filed another permit for a backstage contractor lot to support construction. They have also filed several notices of commencement for demolition and construction in the area. Tropical Americas, of course, is replacing Dino Land USA. The first half of Dino Land closed on January 12th. Disney officially broke ground on a new land back on January 17th. The closure included Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures, Fossil Fun Games, Triceratops Spin, of course. The remainder of the land, including Dinosaur, is expected to close in about a year. Dinosaur will be reimagined, of course, into an Indiana Jones attraction with a new storyline. There'll be a new Encanto ride focused on Antonio in the fictional town of Pueblo Esperanza. There will be a wood-carved carousel of Disney creatures. That land is expected to open in 2027. The structures of Disney Lakeshore Lodge at Walt Disney World are now being connected into one building. There are no less than 6 cranes present at the resort construction site, which is along Bay Lake next to Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort. More of the resort structures have gained second floors. Now, on Friday, several crew members were on a second floor. Among new walls and columns, several large green circle elements were staged at the construction site. In some areas, the walls are now reaching the height of a third floor. Disney has not revealed how tall Disney Lakeshore Lodge will be. Concrete forms encase some of the walls and columns in progress. Columns of rebar will later be filled with concrete. Of course, work on Disney Lakeshore Lodge began with multiple base structures. It looks like the crews are now connecting the first of these structures to another. The structure closest to the water has been tallest throughout construction. Some dirt piles have been moved or flattened from this area in the last few weeks. A crane carried some kind of bucket around the construction site. Yeah, a bucket, probably for a person to do work. This patch of land was once home to River Country Water Park. It closed permanently in 2001, although Disney didn't announce its official closure until 3 years later. The park sat mostly untouched for 20 years. In 2018, Disney announced a new Disney Vacation Club resort called Reflections at Disney Lakeside Lodge. They demolished River Country to make room for the new resort, but the work stalled during the COVID-19 pandemic. Rumors that the resort was canceled started back in 2020. There was no news about the site at all until Disney began filing for extensions on Reflections, Disney Lakeside Lodge construction permits. In November of 2024, construction resumed and Disney announced a new Disney Vacation Club resort concept, Disney Lakeshore Lodge. Ooh, that's a mouthful, right? To replace Reflections. Disney Lakeshore Lodge will be inspired by the majesty of nature and its enduring influence on Disney artists. Though the concept sounds familiar to Reflections at Disney Lakeside Lodge, Disney's not released any artwork yet for this one. A new men's collection of apparel inspired by Mickey Mouse golfing has arrived at Walt Disney World. We found all the new items at Marketplace Co-op in Disney Springs. First new item is a forest green baseball cap, which sells for $29.99. Fabric cap is green with dark green and white plaid pattern. Blue, yellow, and red stripes cross in right angles across the plaid. An image of Mickey is sewn directly in the middle. Mickey's wearing a golfing outfit with a floppy cap and brown pants while swinging a metal golf club high into the air, mimicking what I wish I were doing right now, I think. The cap has a black adjustable strap on the back and is sold as one size fits all. I'll tell you, if you have a big head like me, one size fits all, it kind of hurts your feelings sometimes because it's not. A few of the blue stripes in the plaid pattern also have small Mickey icons worked in the design. Next item we found was a golf long sleeve shirt selling for $59.99. This gray long sleeve shirt is made of thicker material. Shirt has a large central image of Mickey golfing beside Donald, Goofy, and Pluto. Mickey bends down, eyeing the lay of the golf ball while his friends watch in excitement. The image is surrounded with a pattern of golf balls, two crossed clubs, and text saying Mickey Golf. Both long sleeves have an icon near the elbow. The icon is a circular image of Mickey surrounded by more golf balls, like the image of the baseball cap. Mickey's in his golf outfit, swinging a metal club. The color of his shirt, hat, and pants are, if he's modern, maybe it's a carbon fiber club by now. We don't know. The technology is going crazy. The color of his shirt, hat, and pants are different than the baseball cap, though. The pose is the same. Another item that's part of the collection is a golf polo shirt, which retails for $59.99. Polo style collared shirt in off-white cream color. The shirt is covered front and back in a repeating pattern of Mickey and his friends all taking part in golf activities. Some of the images show Mickey lining up a putt, Goofy taking a big swing, Donald snapping his club in half. That's probably more like me. Mickey golf and a green M crest are also repeated in the design. Other items in a new collection include a a pair of plaid shorts for $44.99, a golf t-shirt for $34.99, and a golf vest for $44.99. More information and pictures of these will be available on our website. Of course, check out the site. In a video posted to X, Disney provided a sneak peek at the new Fab 5 outfits, which will debut on May 16th. Yes, that's Disneyland's 70th anniversary celebration. That's when it kicks off. In the post, the video starts focused on a black and white image of Mickey before he uses a hand-to-screen transition. The video then turns to color, revealing the vivid shades of blue, purple, pink, and yellow in Mickey's outfit. Mickey then turns to reveal Minnie's new dress made of tiered foils in pink, purple, blue, and yellow. She's also wearing a blue jacket and bow that matches her dress. Her look is completed with light blue tennis shoes. Previews of Mickey and Minnie's outfits have previously been released, but this is the first we're seeing of Goofy, Donald, and Pluto. Goofy's wearing blue ombre pants with striping and colorful detail, a collared pink and yellow shirt, and purple vest. Goofy's hat is the typical shade, but colored similarly to everyone's outfits. Donald's wearing blue, colorfully striped shirt, matching his beret hat. As usual, no pants for Donald. Donald, get some pants. Let's get Donald some pants, can we? Last but not least, Pluto will don a new color with 70th anniversary medallion. Disney Parks replied to the tweet with, "Stay tuned to catch a glimpse of the rest of Mickey's pals in their colorful new attire as the celebration draws near." Well, it appears Disney may have removed the radio house at the New Orleans Square train station in Disneyland Park after a fire damaged the exterior a while back, actually. The building caught fire on December 28th of 2022, after which construction walls, scrim, and scaffolding went up around the building before being briefly removed in January of 2023, revealing some of the melted radio house roof. The day after the fire, Disneyland Resort told the Orange County Register a small fire near the New Orleans Square train station caused minimal disruption and no injuries. The green scrim was removed a year after the fire in December of 2023, but the walls have remained, along with minor fire damage to the roof line. Yeah, a little bit of fire damage. You can see it. Now it seems Disney's decided to forego repairs and opted to just remove the structure entirely. The main train station structure can be seen here peeking out above the blue construction wall, while the former radio house is no longer standing. Radio house were formerly nestled between the main station and water pump, seen in an older photo we have. Now it's very hard to clearly see, but from the vantage point of the Haunted Mansion queue, it's at least clear that the entire roof is gone. It's impossible to confirm if the entire building is gone. It certainly looks that way, though. Whether or not Disney will rebuild the structure remains to be seen. New Orleans Square train station is based on a set for the 1948 Disney film So Dear to My Heart. Walt wanted to use the original movie set, but the animator, Ward Kimball, he did not want to return it after Walt had given it to him. So a replica was built when the park opened in 1955. It was known as Frontierland Station. The building, here's an interesting tidbit. Maybe you knew this, maybe you didn't. The building famously appears in Epcot's The American Adventure attraction during the Two Brothers segment. Also, that Two Brothers is also in Great Moments of Mr. Lincoln in that show. Yeah, but it appears now the Disneyland Railroad was also known as the Santa Fe Disneyland Railroad, named for the sponsor, Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad, which is probably running near me as I'm in Kansas City right now. It's changed to the Disneyland Railroad when the sponsorship ended back in '74. But yeah, that is the building. So when you see that like conductor standing there with like a coffin, yeah, that's that railroad station. It's being used as a Civil War backdrop for that number. I don't know, maybe everyone knew that, and I'm wasting your time. Fun fact of the day. The popular nighttime show Fantasmic will have 2 full weeks of operation at Disneyland in mid-March. According to the Disneyland official website, Fantasmic will have 2 full weeks of operation during spring break. Beginning Friday, March 14th through Sunday, March 30th, the nighttime show will offer performances twice nightly at 9 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. Pacific time, of course. Fantasmic dining packages will also be available for both shows each evening. After March 31st, it appears the show will be back to weekends only again. Fantasmic has been inconsistent with Sunday night showings. However, it seems like the Sunday performances will return. The schedule change comes after Disney reduced Fantasmic performances this past fall, like we said, to mostly weekends, marking the first time the show did not perform 7 days a week. Obviously, there's a lot of reasons for this. The Nighttime Spectacular returned to Disneyland in May, a year after a fire destroyed the Maleficent Dragon. Murphy, as we know. The show has since experienced a lot of technical problems, actually, including rogue fireworks, Mickey's finger fireworks misfiring. For 3 months, it was performed with limited pyro at all. So, yeah, get your Fantasmic fix while you can in March. This year marks the 30th anniversary of the Indiana Jones Adventure attraction at Disneyland, and the ride will close for refurbishment this spring, shortly after celebrating the milestone. Indiana Jones Adventure originally opened March 3rd, 1995, and guests will still be able to enjoy the ride on its actual anniversary date. The last day of operation will be Sunday, March 16th. On Monday, the 17th, the ride's going to be closed. Probably routine refurbishment. The official Disneyland Resort website lists the attraction as closed through at least March 21st. The furthest date available for guests to view on the attraction calendar, though, so it could be further out, of course. A set reopening time has not been announced. Other attractions closed at that time include It's a Small World, the Disneyland store representing great moments with Mr. Lincoln is closed as well. As you may know, that'll be reopening in May as a new attraction featuring the Walt Disney animatronic. So there we have it. Here's more news from Disneyland. Disney Parks teased Luke Skywalker's arrival with a social media video of the character and R2-D2 in front of the Millennium Falcon at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. In a follow-up comment, Disney said more details are expected on February 10th. That's today. They added the hashtags hashtag Season of the Force and hashtag Disneyland, indicating the character meet and greet will only be at the California park. Maybe we won't get it in Florida. But hey, they'll at least get them in California. Season of the Force, it's an annual Star Wars celebration at Disneyland honoring May the 4th. It's set to take place from March 28th through May 11th, 2025. Luke Skywalker has never appeared in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and R2-D2 has only made very rare appearances. The video suggests that Luke will appear as his young self from around the same time period as The Mandalorian. Well, the red car trolley has taken its final ride through Disney California Adventure. That's why Tom is in California right now. He's on his way back, but he was out there to say goodbye to his beloved red car trolley. The last day of operations was February 8th. The iconic vehicles ferried guests between Buena Vista Street and Sunset Boulevard with stops at Hollywood Boulevard and Carthay Circle. It operated at Disney California Adventure for nearly 13 years, having first opened in July of 2012. The vintage-style trolleys are modeled after the Pacific Electric Railway trolleys used in L.A. from 1887 to 1961. Guests queued up all day for a last chance to ride the trolley. An extended switchback queue was set up to accommodate the high demand as guests waited to say their goodbyes. It reached capacity for the day, and cast members closed the line at 8:30 p.m., 1 hour before the ride was set to close. Final ride was saved for Mickey, Minnie, and the red car trolley cast members. The trolley is permanently closed to allow for the expansion of Avengers Campus, a project that will double the Marvel-themed land's footprint. Part of that footprint includes the barn where the trolleys are stored. Disney has stated that one of the trolleys will be parked and remain stationary as a photo op for guests. Of course, you can watch the final ride on our YouTube channel. We have it, and on our website too. A new Disney California Adventure specific popcorn bucket featuring numerous characters and ride references is now available for purchase in the park. The new bucket, which retails for $14.25, celebrates Disney California Adventure with characters and icons representing different areas of the park as Mickey Mouse admires it all. Mickey has a suitcase with stickers adorning it. One sticker is in the shape of California with a star placed geographically near Anaheim, of course, where the park is. Ariel, in a nod to Little Mermaid, Ariel's undersea adventure is waving from a pool of water while Baymax stands adorably in front of San Francisco. The corner of the Incredicoaster, along with a running dash, are pictured as well. Rotating the bucket, there are nods to Grizzly River Run and Goofy rafting down the river as Chip and Dale play among the bushes. The Pixar Pal Around, or whatever we're calling it this month, that Ferris wheel and World of Color nighttime show are also represented in the view of the new bucket. Avengers Campus is also well represented with Sam Wilson's Captain America, Groot, and the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout featured. Lightning McQueen and the rock structures of Radiator Springs represent Cars Land. Carthay Circle Theater, home to, of course, restaurant and lounge, is pictured just behind Mickey Mouse. A smiling and waving Mike Wazowski and several doors stand in for Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sully to the rescue. And of course, that's a ride in Hollywoodland. The bucket has a transparent red lid and carrying handle. The bucket was released for the 24th anniversary of the park on the 8th. DCA did open on February 8th, 2001. Originally, you take a tour through its history, renovations, and our post from last year's anniversary, 23 years later, a retrospective of renovations of Disney California Adventure. Well, now I'm in trouble. Breeze Airways, an airline known for its budget-friendly flights, is adding 2 new nonstop flights to Orlando. The new flight offerings include Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday flights from Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina to Orlando International Airport. Nonstop flights between 2 cities will begin on May 9th, 2025, and start at $39 for a one-way ticket. Rochester, New York is also getting a new nonstop flight to Orlando, leaving on select Mondays and Fridays beginning May 9th. These flights appear to start out $62 one way. Breeze Airways offers affordable nonstop flights to Orlando from a number of airports across the country with limited dates and times. For full lists, check their website. The airline also offers nonstop flights between the 2 domestic. This is the one that I've taken. Between the 2 domestic Disney parks, where you can fly to Orange County or John Wayne, SNA, you know the airport. The one that's closest to Disneyland from Orlando, Nonstop, for under $100. Pretty good deal. If you're willing to roll the dice with Breeze, that's a one-way flight. They're available Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. The return of the Disney to Disney flights was announced in December of 2023 after being put on pause in September. We reviewed the experience. I did. You can read my article. We did it already. You can check it out on our site. The Tokyo Disney Seafood and Wine Festival returns for its second year from April 8th through June 30th, 2025. During the festival, guests can travel the world through cuisine as they enjoy special menu items through Tokyo Disney Sea Park. The festival mainly takes place around American waterfront, but special menu items will also be in all ports except Fantasy Springs, although Fantasy Springs inspired food will be available. There are offerings unique to the theme ports and special menus themed to the world of Disney through the chef's imagination. The festival has a large range of dishes, approximately 20 types of wine, and a variety of seasonal beverages in addition to special menus. Tokyo Disney Sea Food and Wine Festival features special merchandise, decorations, and atmospheric entertainment. We have a full list of the menu on our website as well. This will not surprise any of you who have been watching our show for a long time. Tom has curiously marked on our company calendar that he's going to be gone in April. I wonder where he is going. All right. The Reimagine Tomorrow verbiage has been removed from the most recent Walt Disney Company corporate investor report filing. According to NPR, the Walt Disney Company is among several companies to quietly remove diversity, equity, and inclusion phrasing from their most recent corporate filings. While some companies completely removed DEI verbiage, Disney shortened the section in a report filed this past November, removing any reference to the previous Reimagine Tomorrow initiative, which was first launched back in 2021. A new website page has also been developed where the Walt Disney Company states they are committed to creating a diverse workforce of talented people who foster an inclusive company culture that enables us to expand our reach across global markets and make a positive impact on our communities. The page also has links to explore Disney's efforts in hiring, culture, market reach, and community. Disney representatives declined to comment on those changes, according to NPR. Well, for the absolute latest on all these stories and those that did not make it on today's show, wow, did we have some that didn't make it on today's show, right? Be sure to check www.nt.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. A special shout out to all the WIGS members watching who help this show happen each and every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Eric Morton saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.